Good evening, everybody. It is Steve Lookner with Agenda Free TV. A volcano that has erupted several times this year in Iceland has erupted again. So we wanted to come on the air and bring you an update about it. It is near Grindavik, Iceland, about 20 miles from Reykjavik. Last I saw, no infrastructure was threatened, but I will try to get you an update on that. And I might actually switch the two shots. We're getting a little flicker in one of those shots, and also I think the other one's going to show you a little more of the lava there. I think I'm going to switch these two shots. Give me a moment here. Let's do this. Put that like that. Excuse me. Sorry. So that goes like that, and then we want to move this. What did I do here? Hang on. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Now this I'm going to put in the corner, to put where the other one was. That may be down there. I got to find a place for this. How about there? Is that an okay place for it? I don't know. Put it right there. Yeah. How about that? Okay, we got two things. We got two things. Okay. Hold on a second here. What is going on here? Sorry, having a little bit of a technical issue. I don't know why this is behaving like this. Why is this behaving like this? Why is this behaving like this? Let's try this again. I think that's better. Nope, it's not better. I don't know what just happened. Now Twitch is all messed up. Now my Twitch web page is all messed up. Oh, that's still not better. What's going on here? Give me a second, guys. Trying to see the Twitch chat. Everything's messed up. Do this again. First of all, get rid of that. Okay, fine. I can't worry about it right now. Everything's messed up. Oh, that's better. Okay. All right, so let me get you some updates on this. We'll tell you a little bit about it. The Blue Lagoon, which is a very popular natural hot springs place, has been evacuated, which happens a lot with these eruptions. I'm going to read you a little update from Iceland Met Office. Oh, I was at the Blue Lagoon years ago. I thought it was fun. I'll show you a map where it is too. This eruption began about 2 hours and 15 minutes ago. I can show you on a map where it is. If I can pull this up here. There we go. I got it. I got the map. Is this going to work? Oh, oops. Gotta do it this way. Why is this not all the way up? Okay. Now, what I need to do to show you this is maybe make it smaller. Can I make this smaller? Yes. Oops, why is it not showing? This is from the Iceland Met Office. Why did that happen? Hold on. Everything's all messed up. There we go. Okay, so that doesn't tell you much, but if this red line is where it is, I'm going to show you where this is in a second. See, it says Stora Skogfell, and over here it says Svartsengi. To the southwest is Grindavik. But that says Stora Skogfell. So what I'll do is I'll show you now on a map where that is. The red line is the opening in the ground that the lava is coming out of. I don't know that it's actually that straight. It maybe is, I'm not sure. That might just be a rough estimate. Okay, here is... Yeah, so if you look on Google, there's Iceland on Google. And if you zoom in, we're talking about the Reykjanes Peninsula, which this area down here for about 800 years had no volcanic activity, and then in 2021 it started again. There's the capital, Reykjavik, up there, and there it says Grindavik Volcano Eruption right there. See? It says it. And if we do this, yeah, it's there is the... If you look here on here, oops, what happened here? Why did this do this? I didn't even want to, what's going on? There. See, you have the high point or crater or whatever that is up here in that line there. See how the line goes right like this? That's the current one. So if we go back to our map, what you'll see is... here. So it's in this area right around here, probably right near one of the other ones. My guess is that maybe this crack is from one of the other ones. But the town of Grindavik is here. I don't even know that people are living in Grindavik these days, but there's an evacuation there, I guess, for whoever who is left there. And then over here is where the Blue Lagoon retreat is, and there's also a geothermal power plant there. Svartsengi geothermal power plant. But the eruption is in this area right here. It's, I think, the 7th eruption in that area this year. Xylee said Grindavik has been evacuated for a while now, but I did see news reports saying it was evacuated. So again, maybe there's a few people there and then they've been told to leave. I'll get an update from Icelandic news for you. The length of the eruption is approximately 2.5 kilometers. So that would be about 1.5 miles long. The first signs of magma intrusion were detected around 10:30 p.m. and then the eruption was at 11:14 p.m. Gas emissions are being carried southward over Grindavik. The Icelandic Met Office says a small earthquake swarm began around 10:30 p.m. This was followed by pressure changes at 10:37 p.m. in boreholes operated by HS Orca. Both measurements were a clear sign of the onset of a magma intrusion. Magma is molten rock underground. That's a good definition of it, right? Hot fluid or semi-fluid material below or within the Earth's crust, from which lava and other igneous rock is formed on cooling. says Google. Wikipedia says magma is the molten or semi-molten material from which all igneous rocks are formed. So there were signs of a magma intrusion around 10:30, and then at 11:14 p.m. the ground opened up. No lava flow has been observed heading southwards towards the town of Grindavik. Strong winds, northerly winds, are directing gas emissions toward Grindavik. Grindavik had a population of about 3,000 people. According to Wikipedia, the current population is 0. Some nice video of it, though. Thanks, by the way, to Lexa Fulmer, our member, and Haas McKayfave for subscribing on Twitch, and Dino Nuggies on Twitch, and Zenialis on Twitch for subscribing. I'm sorry, for technical reasons we can't be on. For technical reasons we can't be on Kick today. I'm hoping that's dealt with by tomorrow, and that we can be back on Kick by tomorrow. That is my hope. I'll keep you posted. Sorry about that. Hang on a second here. One of our viewers, they just let people back into Grindavik. I gotta look it up. Let me check some Icelandic news sources and see what they're saying. RUV Iceland says Grindavik residents are used to evacuations now. Oh, okay. So the chief of police in the area, according to RUV Iceland, the chief of police of the southern peninsula, which is where this is, the local chief of police said around 50 or 60 houses were occupied. And they have been evacuated. And also people at the Blue Lagoon spa have been evacuated. And the chief of police said there is no immediate danger. And he said this is the 10th eruption on the peninsula since 2021. And it seems to be in a good location. Meaning, I haven't heard that the power plant is threatened or that the town of Grindavik is threatened or that the Blue Lagoon, which is next to the power plant, is threatened. Hey guys, I'm going to say this one more time, all right? I'm going to have to start timing people out or hiding people in the chat. I really wish I didn't have to keep saying this. This is like the 4th broadcast in a row I've had to keep saying it. We're covering what we're covering. The chat is not for complaining about the topic and suggesting a different topic. I'm going to start banning people from the channel. I've had it. All right. Just if you don't, if this is not your story you want to watch, just don't watch it. But it's just enough already. Are you 7 years old? I don't know what it's been, but the last couple weeks I come on the air and all of these people in the chat are complaining about the topic and saying cover a different topic. Well, no, I'm covering this topic. It's my channel. So stop doing it or I'm going to start banning people for it. Enough already. Hold on a second here. I also want to mention a little background on it. Hey, thanks, by the way, to Habard Berserker. Thanks for your support, Habard Berserker. I appreciate it. I believe this. I read an article saying this is not affecting air traffic. Reuters says this is the 10th time in 3 years this volcano erupted. And that Iceland is located on a fault line, making it a seismic hotspot between the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates. And Reuters also says that these eruptions in this area don't cause a lot of ash to go in the air, so they don't significantly impact. They don't disrupt air traffic. Reuters also says scientists have warned that Reykjanes Peninsula, where this is likely to experience repeated volcanic outbreaks for decades, possibly even centuries. Thank you, Tilly Riley, for your support. Thank you also to our moderators. I really appreciate it. Roberts May Queen, Sarah 55. Thanks so much. And over there on Twitch, we have, where did it go? What happened? Where did the mod panel go? I got to find it now. There it is. There's this weird thing that happened with Twitch where like my layout got all messed up and now everything's messed up. Why is it all messed up? Oh, is that what I want to do? I have to deal with this later. I got that fire and Surly Dev are there. Thank you. Linda Belk and Larry on X. It's about 1.5 miles long, the fissure. I'm going to give you some background on this volcano. It's interesting. Kay Lowry Body is here. Diane Allworth says, I take it the protection walls are holding. I don't even know if the protection walls, if the lava is even where the protection walls that have been built in recent years are. I do not know that right now. Margaret Riley's moderating too. Thanks also to Miss Marlene. I appreciate that for the gift memberships. Very nice of you, Miss Marlene. Oh, I might have a gas forecast for you from the Icelandic National Weather Service. Let's see. Where is it? Gas pollution forecast. North winds tonight will blow gas pollution toward the south, but expecting more winds from the east tomorrow. So tomorrow, gas will be advected towards the west and southwest. Possibility of gas pollution in Grindavik, which has been evacuated. Svartsengi, where the Blue Lagoon and the power plant are, and Keflavik. Where are the maps here? I actually have a hazard map for, is this for the eruption here? Is this today? Hold on. I don't know if that's current. Issued 21st of November. Well, that is today. Due to the current eruption, the hazard level has increased in the areas. The map shows the assessment of hazard currently presented as well as hazards which could occur with short warning. I'm going to show you a hazard map. Are you ready? Hazard map for volcanic eruption. Hold on. I'm going to get it on the screen for you here. See, it says hazard map. Why is this thing here? How do I get rid of this thing? Hang on, I got to do this a different way. Hazard map for volcanic eruption. Can we get it on the screen this way? Maybe I can do it like this. Hold on. Hold on. Ah, no, that's not it. That's it right there. Hazard map for volcanic eruption. Okay. So the eruption is right here. Yeah, so there's that red line is where the eruption is right now. See that red line right there, the red dotted line? That's in zone 3. It says zone 3, earthquakes, sinkholes, fault movements, lava flow, tephra. I don't even know what tephra is. I got to look it up. All pieces of, USGS says tephra is all pieces of all fragments of rock ejected into the air by an erupted volcano. So it's rock ejected by the volcano. So that's where it is right there. This is southwest Iceland. So that red line is where it is. That zone 3. Zone 5 danger is lava flow and gas pollution. Zone 4, that's where the power plant and the Blue Lagoon spa are. Zone 1, lava flow and gas pollution. Zone 6, lava flow, tephra, that's ejected rocks and gas pollution. Zone 4, sinkholes, fault movements, and tephra. And then down here is Zone 7. 4 includes Grindavik, town of Grindavik. And then Zone 7 down here is sinkholes and fault movements. So they don't think the lava will get there. Yeah, I don't know where Zone 2 is. There's no Zone 2. Hazards rated as high or very high are in bold. And so that's where it is. It's the red line right here. The town of Grindavik is here. Reykjavik, I think, is 20 miles, I think, to the northwest, if I remember that right. Yeah, Reykjavik. I'm sorry, it was northeast. Yeah, so here's Grindavik, right? Here is the volcano. Reykjavik, the capital, is up here, about 20 miles away. And again, this is the southwest corner of Iceland. I'll post a link to that map. That's what I'll do. I'm going to post a link to the hazard map so you guys can get it. I just posted it. Yeah, Callie Raven says the Reykjanes Peninsula, the peninsula was waking up after 800 years of dormancy. Indeed. Flame God says, I cannot fathom living near a volcanic zone like that. It would be hard to relax. Damon says the Blue Lagoon is water runoff from the power plant. Yeah, the Blue Lagoon is heated by the power plant. Is it the water or is it the heat? I forget. I have to read up on that. But yes, that's where the heat for the water comes from. Well, the power plant is a geothermal power plant, so the heat is coming from the ground. Yes, the water, as Wikipedia says, the water from the Blue Lagoon is actually used in the power station right next to it. Free Dive Monkey says we have similar geothermal heating here in New Zealand. Again, this is the 7th this year in this area. The 10th since 2021. Visser Iceland says the location is similar to the one in August. Visser Iceland reports that, who said this? Is it the Civil Defense? Someone from the, I should look up the Civil Defense Agency. A representative from the Civil Defense Agency said that the location it's in a good location. Like a location that's not going to, by that they mean something that's like not going to really impact severely the town of Grindavik or, major infrastructure or anything. And then they said the only infrastructure nearby is a road which has been covered in lava before. That's what the Civil Defense said. That road is called, I'm not going to say it right, Grindavik. Maybe I can find it on the, is that the 43? Highway 43. Highway 43, yes. I think we've covered this before when Highway 43 was covered. There was a time we covered this. If you go here, you can see this is southwest of Iceland, Reykjanes Peninsula. The volcanoes in this area, and this road here, we've watched this road get covered previously. Grindavik, the 43 road. So I guess that's at risk of being covered, but it does happen. They've built up, I don't know exactly where they are, but they've built up different walls to keep the lava from getting at important infrastructure. There's the power plant right there. And then there's the Blue Lagoon right there. And the town of Grindavik is down here, where it's been evacuated. Yeah, it's probably within like a couple miles of the town of Grindavik. The length of this opening in the ground is about 1.5 miles. Thank you to I'm Yankee GG for your support. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're here giving you an update on this Iceland volcano. Captain Jerry Donnelly says different types of volcanoes there versus Pacific Rim. I believe this is not an explosive one. Again, this does not produce big ash clouds that severely impact air traffic, for example. That road, is that the right thing? Hold on. If I'm reading this right, I believe Visser Iceland reported that lava was flowing in the direction of that north-south road. But again, that's happened before. Yes, lava is flowing. An official told Visser that lava is flowing in the direction of that Highway 43, as it has done in recent eruptions. The crack is to the east of the highway, and the flow is gone towards it. Oh, I wonder if the Blue Lagoon made an announcement. I bet they did. Is it possible for it to intensify, says Robzilla? I mean, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of worry of that right now. I mean, obviously, they don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I believe the pattern with these is what the pattern has been is they happen and then they get less intense over time. So I'm not seeing a lot of worry in the reports I'm seeing about it getting worse. I don't know that for sure, but I haven't seen any reports that there's a big concern about that at the moment. This, I think, is the 7th time this year. Why am I not seeing an announcement on the Blue Lagoon site? I thought they made one. Yeah, I just checked their social media. I don't see it, an announcement, but I do know that it's been evacuated. No lives in jeopardy. No major infrastructure in jeopardy right now. I have an announcement from the Civil Defense Agency of Iceland. They say, actually, this is not a new announcement. This is their old one. Do they have a new one? Yes, hold on. Let me get the latest from the Civil Defense Agency. They say an eruption began at 11 o'clock. I think it was around 11:15 in the same places as before. Civil Defense Coordination Center has been evacuated. Around 50 houses have had people in them in the town of Grindavik, but they have been evacuated. Oh, I can show you a picture too from a photo tonight from the Civil Defense Agency. Here is a photo that the Civil Defense Agency posted, of the volcano and the lava flowing out from it. That was posted about an hour ago. I can make that bigger. Can I make it bigger? Yeah. And there's the live shot. Hang on a second here. Is it watchable for tourists? They don't want people going to the location. They want people to stay away. So the Blue Lagoon is right near this. It's really interesting. Again, here's the location of it. So the volcano is right around here, just a couple miles away from Grindavik, and the Blue Lagoon is, I mean, very probably within a mile or so. And the Blue Lagoon is this natural hot springs, which gets its hot water from the geothermal power plant, which is heat from the ground comes up, and that's how the power plant uses that heat to produce power. It's really interesting, though. I'm going to show you something with the Blue Lagoon. Wikipedia: Blue Lagoon is a geothermal spa, heat coming from the ground. And there's if I can show you from Wikipedia, from Ivan Sabijak. That's a picture of what it's like at the Blue Lagoon. I've been there. It's neat. Natural hot springs. They serve people drinks in the water. But just some background on it. Paul Cosgrove says, I've been in that water. The spa is located in a lava field. It is supplied by water used in the nearby Svartsengi geothermal power station. It is one of the most visited tourist attractions in Iceland. The water's milky blue hue is due to its high silica content. The water temperature in the bathing and swimming area of the Blue Lagoon averages around 99 to 102 degrees Fahrenheit. The lagoon is man-made. The water is a byproduct from the nearby geothermal power plant, Svartsengi, where superheated water is vented from the ground near a lava flow and used to run turbines that generate electricity. After going through the turbines, the steam and hot water pass through a heat exchanger to provide heat for a municipal water heating system. Then the water is fed into the lagoon. The water has rich mineral content. Recently, the Blue Lagoon was closed from November 9th to 16th as a precaution following earthquakes. It was then closed till its closure was extended till December 7th. That was 2023, I'm sorry. Then it has closed multiple times due to eruptions during 2024. Yeah, I was there years ago. I was in Iceland years ago. It was during the middle of the winter. It was dark pretty much all day with a bunch of friends. The rabbit hole thinks the Blue Lagoon is overrated. Muti says, I've always wanted to go one day. Very pretty in Iceland. Paul Cosgrove says it's like bathing in hot milk. JB says, Iceland is definitely on my bucket list. Again, this is the from what I read, the 7th eruption in the year in this year in this area. But this peninsula had been dormant, had not had a volcano in around 800 years, and then they started in 2021. MBL Iceland reported that the lava is heading toward the main north-south highway there, Highway 43, which it has been covered in previous eruptions sometimes, that road. So that's the assessment right now, again, that I've seen in multiple places, that the one major piece of infrastructure that could be impacted is that Highway 43 north-south road, which has been covered before. We've covered this. We've covered volcanoes in this area before, where the lava actually got down to Grindavik and destroyed some homes. But that doesn't seem to be happening tonight. It's not predicted. Oh, they lost the feed on. Oh, it says stand by on that one. MBI said the president of Grindavik's town council said that her and her family evacuated under loud trumpet blasts. I guess that's how they alerted people in Grindavik. There were about 50 houses where people were. And then also around 200 people were at Blue Lagoon, said MBL, and they evacuated. I can only use the feeds that I have the rights to. I can't use other feeds that I don't have the rights to. MVL says they have been building diversion walls nonstop since the last eruption. Mr. Sveti says MBL stands for the morning newspaper. Yes, no people are in danger, from what I have read. Thanks to Draconianate for your support. Oh, I have an update from the Iceland Met Office. They just came out with an update. All right. This is a new update from the Icelandic Meteorological Office from just 5 minutes ago. They say the activity in the eruption appears to have peaked. The fissure, the crack in the ground, seems to have stopped expanding. And based on measurements from the Met Office, there are no indications that the activity will increase. So somebody had asked, could this get worse? The signs are that it's not going to get worse, at least this eruption, okay? The length of the eruption fissure, the crack in the ground, is estimated to be 3 kilometers, about 2 miles. The lava flow is spreading both eastward and westward. At this point, the lava front is about 500 meters from that north-south Highway 43. This eruption is significantly smaller than the last one, which was on August 22nd. The lava estimated flow rate is 1,300 square meters per second, compared to about twice that during the August eruption. So about half the amount of lava is flowing out now than in the last eruption in August. What stands out, the Icelandic Met Office says, is that seismic activity did not start increasing in the weeks leading up to this eruption, so, as we observed in previous events. Yeah, this was a surprising eruption. I guess the norm is, with these recent eruptions there in this area, is that you get a lot of earthquake activity in the weeks before the eruption. And there's this watch of like, when's it going to happen? This was a surprise. I believe the earthquake activity started at around like 45 minutes before the eruption. So again, the Icelandic Met Office says what stands out is that seismic activity I'm sorry, it's not square, it's cubic meters per second. It's not square meters per second. The lava flow is about 1,300 cubic meters per second, three-dimensional, compared to about twice that during the August eruption. I mean, I assume meter M3 per S is meters cubed per second. That's what I'm assuming it is. One of our viewers said that's a lot. Yeah, but I mean, given that it's 2 miles long, and you have all that lava coming out. Yeah, cubic meter per second flow rate. So a cubic meter is 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter, right? Imagine a box roughly 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet. Every second, 1,300 of those boxes worth of lava are coming out. So again, the Icelandic Met Office says what stands out is that seismic activity, the earthquake activity, did not start increasing in the weeks leading up to this eruption, as was observed in previous events. The amount of magma that had accumulated beneath Svartsengi was similar to the amount prior to the last eruption. However, the recent trend indicates that increasingly larger volumes of magma are required to trigger the next event. This suggests that the pattern observed in earlier eruptions may be changing. Scientists can't predict these eruptions. They can't tell exactly where they're going to happen, how big they're going to be. They can see signs that there's magma, molten rock, gathering underground, which can result in an eruption. But it's interesting. They're saying that what they're seeing, the recent trend indicates that increasingly larger volumes of magma are required to trigger the next event. This suggests that the pattern observed in earlier eruptions may be changing. Oh, what happened? They just switched. Oh, now we're on the same shot. Okay, so we only need one of these shots. Actually, you know what? What I can do right now, since I'm not using AFP, is I can turn on the kick stream for a little bit. I'm going to do that. I don't know how long we're going to stay on the air. This was intended to be a short stream, but I'm going to turn on the kick stream anyway. If it works. Oh, I got to change the title. I didn't do that. I got to change the title on Kick. That was the mistake. The title was like the last title. Oops. All right, hold on. Let me change this here. Let me change the title on Kick. If I can remember how. Yeah, we're trying out Kick for a little bit. We're trying it out. Apologies. We came on late on Kick today. So at least we'll get a little streaming on Kick right now. Thanks for checking us out over there. We're trying it out for a few weeks. Rain-wrapped walkers on fire. Runt cache. Level 22 skeleton and Mankini are over there. And Etchy. Postmodern says volcanology sounds like a fascinating subject. So that's positive news. Again, the Iceland Meteorological Office says that they're not seeing, they believe the activity from this current eruption has peaked. They don't see it getting bigger. They said it was kind of a surprise because they did not have weeks of earthquakes before this. It's about half as big as the eruption, the last eruption in August. The current flow rate is 1,300 cubic meters per second of lava. The fissure is about 2 miles long. No people are at risk. About 50 houses worth of people who were present in the town of Grindavik have been evacuated. Also around 200 people at the Blue Lagoon Hot Springs Spa have been evacuated. No major infrastructure is threatened, except the lava might go over the Highway 43. We showed you this before. Here is the map here. We're talking about southwest Iceland. There's Iceland. There's the Reykjanes Peninsula here. There's the capital, Reykjavik. And if we zoom in, there's the town of Grindavik, which used to have 3,000 people living there until these eruptions. The volcano is happening in this area, and the 43 is this highway right here that goes north-south. Not many highways in and out of there, but the 43 might get covered with lava, which has happened before. And the 43, and you might say, well, if the 43 is going to get covered with lava, what about the Blue Lagoon and the power plant, which are right here? I believe there are berms built around them. So I've heard, there's nothing that I've seen suggesting that the power plant or the Blue Lagoon is at any kind of risk right now. Johnny Yuma says, Iceland is loaded with a lot of volcanoes. Was this predicted to happen? Well, it was predicted there would be more eruptions in this area, but there wasn't a prediction of like there's going to be one tonight, and there hadn't been a lot of earthquake activity recently. So it was kind of surprising. Damon Reinhardt said the last eruption breached the berm at the plant. Longboard Ninja Master said that geothermal plant is very important. It's the Svartsengi geothermal power plant. The power plant, says Wikipedia, was the world's first combined geothermal power plant for electric power generation and hot water production for district heating. It produces electricity and hot water. That power plant provides the hot water for more than 21,000 households. It is considered one of the most important heating plants in Iceland. Here is a picture of the Svartsengi power plant, which is like a mile or two away from this volcano, from Wikipedia, from Hippolyte de Saint Rambert. This is a picture of the power plant from Wikipedia. That's the Svartsengi power plant, geothermal power plant. M is here watching. There was a time we were covering one of these volcanoes, and I think it was in the past year. And what happened was, if I remember right, I think the lava damaged some piping or something. I think the lava might have damaged like the pipe or pipes that carry hot water away from the plant, I think. And then people were out like, people were either out without hot water or without hot water and power in very cold weather because the lava had damaged the piping. I remember that. It was like a year ago or something. Our viewer alert remembers that. Ash Ketchum Gaming says it was last year. RCS says the Blue Lagoon is important for tourism. Magnus says it went over the hot water pipe and we were out of hot water for roughly a week. And yeah, it was really cold during that time. So there you go. That was in February. I'm looking at it up right now. I'm looking at it from February. There was an article in CBS News in February that said thousands of residents in Southwest Iceland had their hot water supply cut because of lava. Lava damaged pipes that carry the hot water from the power plant to other parts of the area. That was in February. Oh, and then there's this. Hold on. Can I show you this? Yes. So look, this was from the National Police of Iceland. This was in February. Right here, look at this. And I did the translation on it. And so they had to like build a bypass pipe. It said, employees and contractors worked all night to connect the new bypass pipe to the one that was flooded by lava yesterday. It was in February. It was from a volcano in this area. So that's an example of the work they had to do when the lava flew over the original, went over the original pipe. Is the eruption heading for the new pipe? I have heard nothing. There's no, from everything I've read, there's no infrastructure threatened except for it might go over this Highway 43, which it sometimes has gone over in the past. Mr. Sveti says, I think that one in February was the third eruption. The Blue Lagoon will close. I mean, it's closed now because it's evacuated. I don't know how long it might be closed for, but they evacuated it tonight. Evacuated about 200 people. The Washington Post says this volcano system is in a zone that hadn't been active for centuries. I believe around 800 years. Concats, the power plant close to the volcano is a geothermal plant, not a nuclear plant. Yeah, Visier says it's the 10th eruption in 3 years. You know what's really interesting? Hold on a second. What is this from? Just on Tuesday afternoon, scientists at the Icelandic Met Office, Meteorological Office, said they thought it was unlikely there would be an eruption in November. Again, this was a surprise eruption. That's from Visier. Thanks so much to Diane Reinhardt. Diane says, why don't they have water heaters in homes like we do? Well, I mean, I guess the idea with the geothermal plant is they're just getting this heat naturally from the ground and it heats up the water. So that would allow them to use natural resources to heat this water rather than having to power a water heater at your home. Yeah, Mr. Davidis says free energy. That would be my assumption. Tom says free. Mr. Sveti says because we can heat the houses like that and it's cheap. And you might say, what about volcanoes? Well, they hadn't been volcanoes there for 800 years. Thanks to Crime Trial Addict, our member, and the one and only. Thanks again, Damon Reinhardt. Thanks to Shadow Woman 7 for subscribing, and Drunk Can't Cook for subscribing. And Haas McKayfabe, thank you. Yeah, we probably won't go that long on the stream. I just wanted to jump on and give you guys an update about this. We'll stay on a little while longer. But again, it's not getting any bigger, according to the Met Office. I just wanted to do a little coverage of it and give you an update on it. Shaden Floyd says, repurposed energy. Evelyn in Maine had sent me an article from Volcano Discovery that they had posted saying weak seismic activity was detected since 4th of November. Again, scientists did not think there was going to be an eruption in November there. So this was a surprise. DevMan, our viewer, mentioned Street View. So if you go to the Google map where this is, here, and we can see there's the volcano there. There's the town of Grindavik, Blue Lagoon, and the power plant here, 43 highway here. If you want to see what it looks like in the area, you can go to Google Maps and do that. And that's the highway there. That's the Highway 43, which sometimes gets covered with lava and might get covered with lava. The lava is coming from over there somewhere. So somewhere on this highway that leads down to Grindavik that's probably the power plant right there. It's expected that lava might go over the highway. Is there a map where it's going? I don't have a lava map at this point. I think I just have that map of where it's located here. This isn't that helpful, but it's the red line there. There's the power plant right there. There's this red line here. I have been to Iceland. Very pretty. Dale says they have berms built up to protect the power plant in Blue Lagoon. It probably will not reach Grindavik, though. Exactly, yeah. Grindavik is not supposedly threatened by the lava in this one. Oh, the purple is the previous flows, one of our viewers said. That's interesting. One of our viewers said that the purple on the map is the previous lava flows. You could go to the Iceland Met Office if you want to read more. They have something about the gas pollution here at the Met Office. Gas diffusion prediction watch. Northerly winds tonight. Gas pollution blows to the south from the eruption centers. But on Monday, Thursday, more easterly winds are forecast, i.e. gas pollution reaches the west and southwest. A picture showing where gas pollution can be expected in the next 24 hours. Buddy's mom says, I was there in June. It was amazing. Damon said, each shade of purple is a flow from a different eruption. Ruth says, I would love to go there and see it. Hi, OT. I have not heard about any flights being canceled. One of the articles I read said this kind of volcano is not producing big ash clouds, so it is not disrupting air traffic. Did the power plant workers evacuate? That I don't know. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that the power plant has been evacuated. What is the cloud made of? That I do not know. But it does not, this is not a, one of our, Deb says the cloud made of gas. Again, it's not like a big ash cloud. Kenneth Gurman said they've been operating remotely at the power plant. I would think there's somebody there at some point. I don't know, though. Muti says, this seems to be a pretty manageable situation. The Icelanders know how to deal with this stuff. All right. Well, I just wanted to come on the air and give you guys an update. It's interesting. You can actually see on that shot the lava flowing. See how the lava is flowing to either side? See on the ground? You can see it. It's the bright orange stuff on the ground, but it's flowing to either side there, east and west. So that's interesting. But I think at this point, I just wanted to do a kind of a quick update here and let you know what was going on. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to start wrapping up this stream. Dab says there's about 100 people in Grindavik now. It has become a ghost town. Yeah, 50 households worth around were there, and they were evacuated. So I appreciate you joining the stream. And we will cover more news as it happens. Subscribe, follow Agenda Free TV. And I will post updates on this and other stories on my X account, which is Lookner, @Lookner on X. And hey, let's thank our moderators. They're so awesome. I really appreciate it. Over there on YouTube, Ruth Krafasi and Sarah55, Robert's May Queen, Beth Mythical. Kimberly Barr said she survived the bomb cyclone in the Pacific Northwest. Good, glad you're safe, Kimberly. Thanks to our Twitch moderators who have been here. Surly Dev right now, all of our other Twitch moderators. Over there on Facebook, Kay Lowry Body, Margaret Riley, Paul Anderson, Ronald Egnor, thank you. And Linda Belk and Larry on X. Special shout out to people who tuned in on Kick for our, sorry it was a bit of a short stream on Kick tonight. I can only use certain footage on Kick right now, so that's a whole other story. But hopefully in the next couple of days things will be normal on Kick and we can do the full streams there. Hey, thanks to everybody who donated. That was super nice of you guys. I really appreciate that. Your support is what allows the channel to exist. So that was super nice of you. Thanks so much. Hopefully I got everybody. I think I did. And shout out to our Facebook subscribers like Iva Lynn Berry Speedell. Did I get that right? Eve Richards, Lou Green, Margaret Riley, Kay Lowry Body, Ronald Egnor, Diane Allworth, Beth Shepard. Beth was moderating too. Thanks, Beth. All of our other subscribers there. Our Twitch subscribers, such as, man, I got to fix this. Twitch is all messed up right now. Can't even see anything there. Just trying to see. Beautiful Profanity, thanks for subscribing. Psyops, Wall Street Shaggy, Shadow Woman, Drunk Can't Cook, Hoss McKayfabe, Throwbotto, Zenialis, thanks for subscribing on Twitch. Allistic, Integrity Farmer Bob, Free Dive Monkey, Trillion. Thanks for subscribing. Nancy Elizabeth, Juan Dixon Diaz. You might be able to find other cameras online. This is the one I have access to right now. Shy Town 54. Thanks for subscribing. The eruption started about 3.5 hours ago. And Miss Debbie wants a coverage of the UFO recent meeting. I don't know that we'll be covering that, but you never know. We might do coverage in the future, or maybe if there's another one. Thank you, Miss Debbie, for your support. And thanks to our YouTube members like Muti, Evelyn in Maine, Christine Rizzo, Ricketous Witch, JD63, Anita Modaluski, Mama of Six, JB, DJ Rob, Kelly McAlien, Pink Volo, Damon Reinhardt, and all of our other YouTube members. And turn on notifications. We have a notification system. It works awesome. Mods will post the link in the chat. You can find it in the description of this video as well on Facebook and YouTube. You sign up once, you get sent a notification whenever we're going live, because I can't tell you in advance when the big news is going to happen. So sign up for the notifications, and at the same link, there's a chat. You can chat with other viewers when we're not live on Discord. So check out our chat as well. Free chat. And thanks to our Discord mods too. Okay, I am wrapping up. Thanks Pineways for your kind words. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in to our volcano update. Itani Mulik, thanks for watching. And appreciate everybody tuning in. Kristen McConnell Gates, one of our subscribers, was there. Thanks, Kristen. Dennis McNeely. TJ Manarino over there on Facebook. And everybody else for watching. Marjorie Jones as well. All right, that's it for now. This has been our live update on the Iceland volcano. If you missed it, you can rewind it and check it out. Really thanks Mama of Six for being here, Paula Faust, and everybody else for watching. Thanks to our mods. We'll see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.